Hey y'all, happy Monday. It's me, Keisha. Hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. What did you guys do? Let's talk about it down below in the comment section. Want to know how you all spent your weekend because I care and I love you guys. Tonight is the BET Awards. Of course, I will be doing a fashion killer video on the red carpet fashion, so be on the lookout for that. Let's get into this Real Housewives of Atlanta All Tea All Shade season 16 episode 14 review. I think we got like 2 episodes left before the reunion. Yeah, we're winding it down and I'm ready for it to be winded down. Okay. So this week's episode begins. God, I hate to do this to her, but I mean, I gotta just speak my truth. I really honestly do. Y'all know I pride myself on being open and honest with you guys and, welcoming you all in on certain aspects of my private life. And unfortunately for my girl, Angela, this was not a good episode for her. It was quite embarrassing. I suffered from secondhand embarrassment watching her repeatedly call Charles over and over again. And I'm like, girl, didn't we talk about this? Respect me and that man's time together. I respect when y'all have y'all little, couples time. I don't blow up his phone. I don't be texting him. I let y'all do y'all. Can you please show me the same respect when I am with my man? You decided to go on a girl's trip instead of being at home with your husband for y'all anniversary. So, of course, he felt some type of way. And he took it all out on me. Period. Okay? He spent y'all anniversary with me. So, of course, he wasn't going to answer your phone calls because he felt some type of way. And I was there to soothe him, to calm him down, to be the woman that he needed in that moment. The woman that you were not being in that moment to him. Yes, you know what I'm saying? I really felt bad for her, and then she got in her confessionals, adding sugar to shit, talking about, they're in a really good place. They're falling in love all over again. And I'm like, since when? Because from what I'm seeing and from what Charles is telling me, he's falling further and further out of love with you. You know what I'm saying? Because the loving is coming to me and on me. Okay. You know what I'm saying? But I told y'all from the beginning of this season that they were going to paint this picture of him being a ain't-ish husband, and people were going to start questioning, well, do he even like her? Do he even love her? Why he treat her like that? He don't show no affection. He just be leaving her. I knew that was going to end up being a conversation and that the producers were really going to drill in on that. And I feel sorry for Angela because it is making her look bad, because it's obvious that she's trying to get him to be affectionate. And that's just not who he is, obviously. And she's trying to get him, throwing him a bone, and he ain't catching it. Maybe after this season, after they have had the first run of being on a reality show, he will see it, run it back, and do differently next season. I think he'll still be himself, but I don't think that he'll be as nonchalant and callous as he has been in certain aspects of this season. It's I feel bad for Angela because you could tell she's a good woman and she loves her husband, and I do honestly believe that he loves her too, but everybody ain't lovey-dovey like that. And I think that viewers need to recognize that and understand that everybody's not the kissy wishy boo boo. Everybody's not like that. And that does not mean that they don't care for you and love you. Now, does that mean that they just get to be cold towards you? No, absolutely not. I think Charles shows his love for Angela in different ways, and I do think that obviously he has moments where he can be, affectionate and probably vulnerable with her. But I don't see him being that type of man that's going to really go there on camera. He has this persona, this reputation that he has built for himself throughout the years to be this, cutthroat, I don't take no ish type of dude. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes it is kind of uncomfortable for me when we're all together and he is all up on me, hugging me and kissing me and stuff. And Angela just be sitting there looking like she about to cry, and I just be like, Charles, chill. I feel bad for her. Like, at least hold her hand. Pinky swear with her. Do something. Play I declare war, thumb war, something with a child. I don't know. Give us some type of time and communication, something, child. I don't know. Phaedra is Phaedring, and I don't even know what that means, but I don't like it. I didn't like when they was all in the little kitchen area and Kelly said something and she was like, ooh, why is you always loud? Ooh, for you just to be so little, you just always so loud. Can you use your inside voice for me one time? And Kelly was looking like, what? Like, it's like she just got everything that she's been saying about everybody has been negative. Only person that she hasn't said anything slick about is Portia, Shamea, and Cynthia. But all the other girls, she been slick at the mouth in her confessionals, mind you. But I'm like, what is, like, it's she trying to be shady and funny, but it's just coming across like a mean girl and like she's being bitchy. Like, some people do have just a loud voice that carries. I have a loud voice that carries. That's why I've been, if you guys notice, for like the last 2 months or whatever, I've been using these earphones so I don't have to project so loudly and can, quiet my voice down and keep my voice, so it doesn't get strained and all of those things. My mother has a very loud, boisterous voice, So I don't know, like, especially with you just meeting her, like, to be pointing out something that you feel is a flaw. I just felt like it was doing too much. The tension between Shamia and Britt is building, child, and it's just a little awkward for me. Shamia, on the way to go to this waterfall, because the girls split up into two groups. And Shamia is with Portia, was it Phaedra and Cynthia? I don't remember. I just know it was her and Portia. And Shamia was talking about how Britt only gave 3 rolls of paper towels, some maxi pads, and when she called her out on it, she then donated $250 for the relief fund for the people of Grenada or whatever. And she just felt like, it was declassé, like, you got the money, give more. You know what I'm saying? Like, how you just gonna show up with 2 rolls of paper towel? Like, that was wild. It was wild. It was so wild. Like, come on, bro. Come on. Like, what? But it was given the funds ain't funded and the funds ain't there, obviously. And at the end of the day, it's not about how much you give, it's what you give, so I see where Shamia is coming from. Like, girl, you walking around here with a Birkin bag that's no less than $10,000. That's on the less end of a Birkin if you're buying it used at that. And then you drive in a Rolls Royce and you only giving 2 rolls of paper towel and some maxi pads. Hell, you could have went to the dollar store and racked up for the amount that you spent on what you got. So I get where Shamia is coming from, but also, she gave. At least she did that. That's what matters the most. Shamia then takes a shot at Drew, talking about when she says her name, people be like, who is that? Or whatever, talking about she's unforgettable and all of this stuff. And then here go Phaedra making fun of her, talking about, man, why she come dressed like Betty Rubble. I just don't get it. And I'm looking at her like, when did you become a fashion icon? Please somebody explain to me. Like, Phaedra, you can't talk about nobody. You literally came on here looking like you was a court reporter for the first 5 or 6 years when you were on Atlanta. You just now starting to dress your quote unquote age, sexing it up some, giving some personality, getting your hair done. Remember, she's always had that little feather, that little silk press with her real hair, her first couple of seasons. Like, girl, let's not do that. Let's not do that. No. And once again, why are you coming for Drew? What did Drew do to you? You don't even know her. At this point, you've only been around her for 2 days. Why are you steady saying stuff about people that you don't even know and don't got no issue or smoke with? Why? Why are you back? This was another bad decision on Bravo's behalf. Because she wasn't needed. She wasn't necessary. I actually was enjoying the show more when she wasn't on the show. And like I told y'all, Andy made it perfectly clear on an episode of Watch What Happens Live that she is back and she ain't going nowhere. What the fuck ever at this point. Phaedra then says that, yeah, she knows Charles. Charles is a good time. He fun. But she also mentions how she ain't even been around my nigga in 10 years. So the fact that she got so much to say about my man and his situation is baffling to me. Because how do you have so many opinions when you have not been around this man for a decade? So she keep on telling me something. Yeah, I didn't know he was married. Why would you know he was married if you ain't been around him? Make it make sense. Like, once again, they trying to take something so minuscule and blow it up to be something bigger to make Angela look bad. And I don't like that. I don't like that they're doing that. And I don't like that Phaedra is participating in the nonsense. Ugh. She get on my nerves. I just do not like her. So then Phaedra brings up to the girls that it was weird that Britt brought up Apollo the first night. That was weird. I don't know why she felt the need, the necessary to make it clear that she ain't got no issue with her or she ain't picking sides. Or I don't know. It was very weird. But everything that Britt has done this season has been weird because she's weird. Okay. Portia agrees, however, and brings up that Britt said that she didn't feel supported by the girls or whatever because nobody has like invited her to do anything outside of like group events or invite her to their home and all of this type of stuff. I wouldn't have invited that thieving ass bitch to my house neither, especially knowing that the funds ain't there. She gives me swiper no swiping vibes. She leave your house and you start looking around and shit is missing. No. She look like the type of chick that'll steal your silverware. No, absolutely not. Portia and Shamia were kikiing and laughing and joking around in the car ride. It was actually really cute to see them having this best friend sisterly moment. And you see the reason why they have been friends for so long in moments like this. But for me, those are great moments, but they wouldn't negate the negative and the shady moments that she has done towards Shamia. Like, I just can't take a kiki and a laugh over knowing that this would be the same person that'll stab me in the back and try to make me feel less than. I just can't. So then that night, when the ladies are heading out to dinner, Angela finally gets Charles on the line, child. I told that man, please go ahead and answer that phone. Please, child, because she is giving me a headache, okay? I was in the kitchen cooking dinner for once. You know, I let Charles sit down, relax, watch the game, spend time with the baby, and all of that good stuff. You know, that man cooked dinner for us every night. he don't get no rest. I be feeling so bad for that man. So I said, you know what? Let me get on in here and cook this man something good to eat. And so while he was sitting down lounging with him and Angela's daughter, I told him, go ahead on and answer that phone while I'm not in the room. Because, I don't want her feeling no type of way, feeling like I'm listening in on y'all conversations and all of that or whatever. But, she like, I miss you. And asking Charles, does he miss her too? And he was like, I guess. Okay. Like, what? Then she talked about something. This is our first anniversary not together. And Charles said, okay. I was like, oh, girl, the embarrassment. Just hang up the phone, girl. Act like y'all got a bad connection. Just hang up, because you are giving these producers everything that they want in this moment. Girl, I'm like, Angela, do you know how to read the room? Stop. Please stop. It was so cringy, so cringy. And she was like, well, in her confessional, she said that he was mad because it was their anniversary and she wasn't there, because normally on their anniversary, he gets some of that cootie cat or whatever. And I was like, oh, now it makes sense why he be all on me, because she ain't over there giving up the poo nanny, the oochie wally wally, oochie bang bang, oochie wally wally. You really, really, really like to gut me. You really, really, really like the smell. You really, really, really like the You really, really make me scream and shout. Hey, yo, what's up, mom? That's my shit. But anywho, I was like, oh, it makes sense. Oh. And I was like, now you wonder why he with me. You ain't letting that man crack your back? What's wrong with you, girl? You only giving him the poo nanny once a year? Huh? And then you wonder why I be walking around the house saying, he's mine. You may have had him once, but I got him all the time. You can't sleep at night. Like, girl, ooh, that's bad for you. And I'm like, he got all of that. All of that. Longer than this. Like, he got all of that. With girth, everything. And you passing that up? Girl, you must be more stressed out about not selling them houses than I thought, girl, because, ooh, okay. All right, you need to work on that, sis. I might give you some lessons or something, child. That ain't looking good for you. So, before they head out, Shamia is in the kitchen with Brit and... was it Cynthia and maybe Kelly? And she was like, who want to take shots? She was like, because I don't want to pressure anyone into taking shots or whatever. Because Brit had drank with the ladies the first night and she's not really a shot taker. So she ended up throwing up. Like, it was bad. And she felt like she had been pressured by Shamia to take shots or whatever. And she makes a comment in her confessional saying she always screaming shots, shots, shots. We're not hood rats. And I was like, well, that was a leap. That was a reach. Taking shots don't mean that you a hood rat. And I don't even drink. You know what I'm saying? What's hood ratish is throwing an event and not being able to pay for it. That's hood rat behavior. Okay? Alrighty. And then how are you at your grown big age in your 30s letting somebody pressure you into doing something that you don't want to do? That's just like me when I go out with my friends or people that drink and they be like, girl, here, get a drink. No, I don't drink. That's it. Like, I don't want it. So what are you going to do about it? Nothing. You're going to continue on with your night. Like, me not drinking doesn't affect you at all. So I didn't understand why she said that she felt pressured by her. Like, how you letting somebody your age or older than you pressuring you into something and you grown as hell? Like, really, Brit? Let somebody pressure you into getting your nasal passages cleared. That's what you need to get peer pressured on, ma'am. Like, please. So then at dinner, the conversation about donations come up. And Shamia was like, this is your time to do your big one. You can't roll up in a Birkin and Rolls Royce Bentley and then not really give when it counts, which was an obvious shot at Brit. It was obvious. Everybody at the table caught it, and Brit caught it and calls her out. And then this is what I did not like with Shamia, because she tried to play dumb. I mean, several of us here got Birkins. I drive a Bentley. I didn't say you, like, if I was taking a shot, you would know I was taking a shot at you. Okay, Portia, you doing exactly what you say Portia does to you. Take a shot at you and then try to play dumb. You were talking about her. It was a direct shot at her. Then you want to pussy pop on a handstand and backtrack it when she called you out. You look stupid and you look like a punk. I didn't like that. And I'm like, Shamia, what are you doing? What are you doing? You acting like a bitch right now. And it was given very much that you were trying to embarrass her and have a moment with her. It was obvious. And what made me even more upset about the situation, y'all know I don't even see it for Brit, but it was when she made it clear that they had already had a one-on-one conversation about this off camera when they went out to have dinner, lunch, or whatever at Houston's. And she said that she talked to her about it, about the donation situation. And that's when she came back and donated the $250. So if y'all already had a one-on-one conversation, you told her how you felt about it. She then donated $250. Why are you steady bringing it up while on vacation, going around talking about it to other girls and clowning her when y'all already discussed it one-on-one? So if I'm Brit, I would feel some type of way too, because it's just like, what are you doing? Like, you trying to put me on blast and try to make me look bad in front of everybody when me and you already had a one-on-one conversation where you told me how you felt. You know what I'm saying? So in this situation, I'm actually on team Brit if I'm going to be on anybody's team, because Shamia was playing the game and she was doing too much and she was trying to be funny and she was being a mean girl in that moment. And it really made me see that you the same person that don't like when it's done to you, but now you doing it to somebody else. I didn't care for that at all. And I'm like, you wonder why your bags was missing. And you walking around here with hot salami pussy. See, girl, no. So, Kelly then jumps in to try to de-escalate the situation and was like, I'm not saying it was the best donation, but Brit is in a situation where she is just not aware of how much to give or what to do. I think that if we're going to show up and be that girl in all aspects of our lives. Brit obviously does not like this and feels some type of way that she's called out by her bestie in front of the other girls. She did not like that. I feel like Kelly was trying to be peacemaker, as she always is. She's always sticking up for Brit. She's always making excuses for Brit. I think that was a crock of shit, though, for her to sit up here and say that this grown woman don't know how to donate and don't know how much to give. Stop. Do I think that she wasn't having her back in that moment by saying what she said? No, I think that was a friend holding another friend accountable and being real. Like, if we gonna be that girl, be that girl. Because it is embarrassing on your end to be walking around here talking about you got a 10-carat engagement ring, wedding ring, you driving Bentleys and you got Birkins, and you can't even give more than 2 rolls of paper towels. Like, you look crazy. You know what I'm saying? And they knew that people were going to dog her because of that. She should have known people was going to dog her because of that. Because it made it obvious that y'all money ain't money yawning, okay? So, Brit says to Shamia, you said donate what you feel. Did you forget that? Like, she got an attitude now. And Shamia was like, calm down. You're being very aggressive. Now, didn't like that. Didn't like that, because don't start something with me and then get mad at how I respond. I wouldn't have nothing to get snappy or aggressive with you about if you hadn't tried to play me. So I didn't like that, because that was like antagonistic to me. So, like I said, Shamia points out that she talked to Brit about this off camera, so she doesn't understand why she's so upset, because it's not like she wasn't aware. That's exactly why she's upset, you dimwit. Like, what, Shamia? Like, yeah, you lost me with this one. You really honestly did. And it made me feel less bad about how Portia do you now. It really do. So Britt asks, does anybody else have anything that they need to say directly to her? So Portia chimes in and was like, you did say at your event that you didn't feel supported by the group. And Britt was like, are you asking me, or are you saying this? She's being combative. Now, in this moment, she is being combative with Portia. Portia didn't come at her sideways or anything of that nature. But Britt was on go and just ready to pounce, instead of actually trying to listen to what she had to say. They get to going back and forth arguing as the prime minister arrives. Thank God they got it together when the man got there. Very handsome man, beautiful smile, beautiful cheekbones. He looked really young, but he got a 17-year-old and all types of stuff or whatever. He's not married. He had a very nice riz swag about him. I liked him. I liked him a lot. And you could tell some of the ladies liked him too. So after they meet with the prime minister, the ladies are talking or whatever, and wedding rings come up. And Angela, once again, don't know how to keep her mouth shut. Thompson, my husband know where his ring. And everybody was like, what, girl? It was Portia in her confessional talks. Does she have Tourette's or something? She always volunteering information that does not need to be told. Like, I'm like, Angela, what are you doing? Do you want people to say that your marriage is fucked up? Like, girl. So then they surprise her with a anniversary cake, and she gets real emotional about it or whatever, because you could tell she missed Charles or whatever. And I think that she not only missed him, but was kind of on edge that he wasn't like all over her. You know what I'm saying? During their anniversary, I think it probably raised a lot of alarms for her. And she was wondering, like, is this nigga about to leave me for Keisha? Like, what in the fuck is going on? And I'm like, girl, calm down, because I do not want to be the main. Do not want to be the main. I am comfortable in my position. So then on the way back to the resort, Shamia's husband calls her and lets her know that they got to get rid of this nanny, because the nanny got the baby in the room with no clothes on. It's freezing in there. The baby is very prone to be easily to get sick, and if she gets sick with a cold, it can go to pneumonia, and that's not good. She got fluid in her stomach and all of these different things. And the husband was like, if she not feeling better by tomorrow, I'm going to take her to the doctor. So Shamia was like, okay. And she gets upset, and the girls in the car with her try to comfort her and everything. They get back to the crib, and Shamia just breaks down crying, and everybody surrounds her and really tries to comfort her. And Britt decides that this is her Meryl Streep, Naomi Watts, oh my God, moment. And she was like, I love you. And I know we got into it earlier, but no, none of that matter, because I will always have your back. I will always have your back. And this is my truth. Like, I'll even take a double shot at love, girl, because you my girl. And I will be there for you no matter what. It don't matter. I'm going to be here for you, Shamia. I love you. I really do. I love you. And I'm like, it was Drew's face like, do I need to go to her acting coach? Then Britt actually gets up and pours shots for everybody and takes a shot. And then she pulled down the top of her dress and get to shaking them titties, child. And then she gets fully undressed and puts her bare ass on the countertop. And I was like, well, we all know she ain't got no problem getting naked, child. We all know that. She didn't give a damn about it, the camera crew, men or whatever being in the room. She didn't care. She ain't care. Now, the body is tea. Gotta give it to her. The body is tea. But you are a married woman, ma'am, and you just freely and willingly getting naked in front of a room full of people says a lot. Says a lot. You sure that wasn't you in them pictures? Because I'm just saying. This week's episode was a cool one. It wasn't as good as last week's episode for me, but it was still a good episode. I'm gonna give it a C+. It was cute. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about this week's episode. Let's talk about it down below in the comment section. Please make sure to thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on your post notifications so you know my videos drop. I love you guys, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.